Hey, what's up, Coach? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ben Nabers, and you are here because you want to grow and scale your own private training sports business. And I've done this type of video once per year since 2017. So this is the most updated version of what you need to be able to focus on and do in order to get to six figures or possibly seven figures per year with your private sports training business. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to go through this step by step so you can follow along with me. All right. So I'm going to be going through the 9 keys to building a six-figure private sports training business in 2025. And the reason why I'm making this video is because 2 days ago I had this coach here. He posted this in our members area in January of this year. So this I'm filming this video on February 5th. Um, he made $29,000 in January of 2025, and I asked him how much revenue he made in 2024 in the month of January. Made $9,940. So the stuff that I talk about in this video is going to reflect with some of the stuff that this coach has done. And we have 271 coaches inside of our program right now. Everyone's striving to make their business better and better and better. And I look at the most successful people that I deal with. They do all of these 9 things that I'm about to show you. So hopefully this gives you an advantage with your business coming up. So let's get into it. So the first three are so important, and I cannot stress how much this is going to help you just not only now in the present moment, but in the future. If you're thinking about doing this as like a career, which is like that's my specialty is helping coaches do this as a career, not this like one-off summer thing. This is like a legit career if you want it to be. But these first three are so important. So first, you need to be a quality person. All right. So parents trust you around their child, and you have a high sense of integrity in your personal life. And I've made videos and I've done podcasts about this in the past, but it's like your business starts with you. Who you are as a person is going to define the success. Like, for example, if you're really sloppy in your personal life, you're really disorganized, if you're not a trustworthy person, there's no way you're going to have a successful six-figure or higher than that type of business. You may be able to get away with it like in 1 year, but that will not never be sustainable if you are not a quality person. So you have to be a quality person that has high sense of integrity, because if you're running a business, who you are in real life and how you run your business, those things are a direct reflection of themselves. Right. And I know this personally. I've had to live through it. I know at the beginning of my business, I was really sloppy, really disorganized in my personal life, and I had to change who I was as a person, um, and really have a lot of self-reflection of who I wanted to be and start to become that person to get more success. All right. And started with me. So with you, it starts with you. All right. And you got to remember too, if parents are investing into your program and you want them to get results, you want them to stay a long time, they have to have a high level of trust with you to keep giving you money, right? And it's not just how good of a coach you are. It's like it starts with how good of a person you are, right? And everything from your business, from there all the way down to all the stuff in the back end of your business, stuff that coaches don't want to do, like starts with who you are. All right. That's the most important. The next one is you must be a quality coach. Okay. Like kids have to respect you or your staff, and the coach or the coaches have to understand how to get individual client results across the board. So here's what I mean. Like there's good coaches and there's quality coaches. So good coaches can skate by. They can show up to the session, figure out what they're going to do in 2 seconds, and just go run the session with their eyes closed. Quality coaches prepare for everything. They know how to plan a session. They know how to get results quickly with clients. They know how to like retain these clients. They know exactly what kids are looking for and what they need help with. They put parents through a process. Like they understand the client inside and out before they take them on as a customer. And quality coaches are more detailed. Good coaches can skate by because maybe they played in high school or they play in college and they understand the game and they know how to get better. But quality coaches take coaching a step further and they do things better than good coaches, right? And again, if you want to have a sustainable career long term, you have to have a quality coaching organization. That is really, really key. All right. Next one here. You must be either you or your organization, um, you must be a quality mentor. All right. So, what I mean by this is you're developing a systemized process away from training that helps your clients develop better habits in their personal life. All right. And I'm going to be making a complete step-by-step video about that coming up on YouTube. So if you're not subscribed, hit subscribe so you'll see that coming up. Um, but let's go deep into this right now. So the kids that you train, odds are they're probably coming to train with you once a week, maybe twice a week. All right. But let's just say it's once a week. So if they're training with you once per week, it's probably for, 50 minutes to an hour of actual coaching, actual training in your environment. And then the rest of their life is spent at school, spent at home, spent around their other friends. So they're spending just such a tiny fraction of their life with you, right? And what we want is we want that 1 hour of time to be as impactful as possible when you're with them, right? That should be the goal. But if you just stop at that 1 hour and then you take 7 days off and you see them again next week, that is not enough, right? And good coaches, what they do is they are good at running these 1 hour sessions and they can help kids get better, but they're not touching their personal life. They're not doing anything beyond the lesson. And what I've realized over the years, I've been in this industry since 2009. I ran my own successful soccer training business for 13 years, and I've been helping and mentoring coaches with their business since 2017. The things that we see across the board is coaches that have mentorship attached to their skills training programs are far more successful. But the only people who can pull that off are people that are quality people, right? Anybody can say they're a mentor or say that that's included within their program. But if they're not a quality person, they're never going to be able to pull that off. And it's just going to be this marketing thing that looks cool on paper that they don't actually deliver on. So on your end, you want to be able to have something set up to where, and I talked about this in a video, I believe last week, where you're helping kids in one of three different areas. So it's their performance, how they're playing, all right, like how they're doing in school. So maybe like doing better in their classes, like sitting in the front of the class, paying more attention, asking more questions with the teacher. Um, and then we can look at like at home. Are they taking more responsibility at home? And when you can create something that these kids are doing away from your actual training that helps them develop in those areas of life, your program is immediately set apart from what anybody else in your area tries to do. All right. And I'm saying this now, it's 2025. Like the standard of coaching for most people that are in this industry is just so low. Like the barrier to entry is so easy to get started in this business, but the standard is extremely low. My mission is to make the bar, to raise the bar really, really high. So there's certain people uh, that have these types of businesses set up where it's training, like there's at-home training as well, like away from the sessions, and then there's a mentorship component. Um, I have personally already developed that. I developed that in my soccer training business a long, long time ago. We help coaches now customize this type of process within their business. And when you do that, you can charge way more money because you have a better product. Your product is better than everyone else's in your area. Um, and at the end of the day, like because it's mentorship attached to the training, the kids don't just see you once per week. They're utilizing what you're teaching them 7 days per week. And who's going to get better? Someone who's training once per week or someone who's getting help 7 days a week, right? It's not even a close comparison. And also in terms of marketing and selling, parents will never look at you as someone who's charging per hour when you have a 7 day per week type of option in place, right? including the training, the at-home stuff, and what they can, truly do on their own and how you hold them accountable. All right. And coaches that I work with that make, between 100K and $750,000 per year, they have this sort of stuff on lockdown. Some of these coaches are starting to build this right now as I'm doing this video. All right. So next three here. So you got to have quality marketing. Okay. So marketing gets leads. And if you are not getting leads, you will never have a business. Like you need people interested in what you do. So six-figure plus coaches, they focus their time and energy drumming up leads daily. Right. And this is part of the business. This is the stuff that no one wants to talk about, no one wants to think about. Because like on paper, like when you think about running this type of business, you're like, oh, I want to help more kids. I want to, get more clients. And if I'm just good at coaching, like I'm just naturally going to get referrals. That's, you know, not really how it works. So you have to understand marketing and understand how to drum up business. And when you have that on lockdown, there's never a shortage of clients. And I don't care if you live in a small town or a big town. I have worked with coaches that live in really small towns that make over $100,000 per year. I work with coaches that live in huge competitive uh, cities that there's hundreds of other trainers there, and they're leading the pack. All right. So marketing is really key. Next is quality sales process. Right. Parents want and are willing to spend top dollar on a great training program for their child. So, and this is how it is. I've talked about this in previous emails that I write out to our list of coaches that are on there. If you're not on there, go down in the description. You'll see my email list and you can join it if you want. Uh, and it's called buyer sophistication. So it's like parents are spending time and they're researching when they reach out to you. They're not just reaching out to you that day. They're reaching out to other people that do what you do. All right. So I want you to imagine this. Let's say they reach out to you and it's Monday. Uh, and before they reached out to you, they reached out to two other guys that are or girls in your area that are also coaches and doing private training. Whoever has like the most professional first impression is going to get that client. That's just straight up period. That's how it works. So if you put people through a process, they are more likely to want your help because the average trainer, remember when I said earlier, the bar is really low. The average trainer is going to be on coach up and like that's how they make money. They don't talk to the parents, they just meet them out at the field or they're texting or DMing prices and like that's not what you want. You want to run this like a real professional business. And when you run it like a real professional business, you put every single parent through a process, right? And I've developed, it's called the H.T.C model. This is what coaches are doing that are doing this type of stuff. Again, this guy made, $30,000 a month. If I go in here and I click on celebrate a win, this coach has like quadrupled his business since he joined our program. This guy did $13,000 in January. We have so many coaches in here that are just stacking up wins and stacking up. This coach here did $301,000 last year. So it's like it's because they are selling a higher ticket type of offer and they put every single parent through the same sales process. Like they don't talk to one parent one day on the phone or talk to one parent the other day on Zoom or DM parents. Like it's not spread out. It's simple. It's streamlined. All right. And you have to have a quality sales process if you want to have a sustainable six-figure long-term type of thing. All right. Next one here is you need to have a quality client retention rate. So this is a really important thing that a lot of coaches overlook because you could be the best marketer, you could be the best at sales, but if you can't hang on to these clients, I mean, what's the point? Like, what are we doing? Like, the whole point of this business is to help kids develop and help them long term stay in your program. Okay. And so, what we do is we develop a systemized approach for creating happy clients within 30 days. So they stay and refer and they live in your program for multiple years. Right. And there's no secret behind this, but if you have clients who stay longer, you don't need to market as hard as people who are getting a client, losing a client, getting a client, losing a client. Like if you're just in this rat race where it's like every single month you have 50 people, then you have 40, then you have 45, then you have 35. Like if that is happening, this business is really frustrating. And it's because you haven't figured out yet how to make your clients happy quickly, and you haven't figured out how to get them retained in your business. And most of that's going to come down to your sales process. What are people actually paying for? How committed do they have to be when they join? What are your standards? These are things I can personally help you with if you're struggling with that, right? And did you know, there's a question for you. Did you know that you only need 35 loyal clients to crack six figures per year? You actually need less than that. Um, but pretty crazy. You only need 35 clients that are loyal to hit that number. Um, it's not a lot of people. If you think about that, not a lot of people. And I know people that are watching this video right now that have over 100 customers that are not making six figures. And it's because their clients are not committed, they're not loyal, they're not consistent. All right. But you only need 35. All right. And again, coaches that I work with that make a lot of money, they have these three on lockdown. All right. So that's six. So we got three more here. So reputation's everything. So you need to be known as the expert at fill in the blank. So you need to be in a niche that solves a painful problem. If you're trying to help too many different kids at too many different levels, you are too scattered. And you're going to end up making way more money when you start to hone in on a tighter niche. So you become known as that person. All right. And think of just a general doctor versus a surgeon, a brain surgeon. Brain surgeon is going to make way more. They have a specialty. The doctor can do a lot of stuff, and yeah, they're going to make money, but they're not going to make as much as the brain surgeon, right? Got to approach your business the same way. So if you can show results day in, day out, your city looks at your program as the go-to program because of the results your clients have achieved. And that's should be your whole marketing strategy is just peppering people over and over and over with client results. When you do that, it makes you it makes you and your business impossible to ignore, right? Because people are like, "Oh my gosh, like, you know, how many kids has this coach trained over the last 2 months that has scored all these points or scored all these goals or gotten college scholarships or like whatever the thing that you're doing, like the success stories should be your marketing, should be at least part of your marketing if you're not doing that, right? Um, and like I said earlier, like got to be a quality coach, but quality coaches with high integrity have zero issue keeping a good reputation. So again, if your at home life is slippery, don't expect to maintain a good reputation long term. And this is why too, like when you hire people, you need to hire people that have a good reputation. You need to hire people slowly. You know, hire the right people because one bad seed is going to ruin the entire business. All right. Next one here is relationships matter way, way, way more than you think. So this business is revolved around building and keeping good relationships between the kids that you work with and their parents. And coaches that go the furthest in this industry, they do the little things that most coaches wouldn't dare to do. And I see this all the time with coaches in our accelerated program. Um, we have guys that we work with that uh, once per year, they take all of their clients out to dinner. Like it's like a one night thing. I mean, how amazing is that? They get all the families together at a nice restaurant. They're getting these kids to spend more time together. They're getting parents to meet each other. Like they're getting their clients to hang out with each other. Or like, they'll go out to watch a local high school game and all of the kids will come and all of the parents will come. There's coaches that we work with, they do like an annual award where they do like most improved and they most consistent, like whatever it is that they want to celebrate. They'll have all of the parents out. They'll do customer appreciation nights. I mean, these are things that separate you from the average Joe that's trying to do this, around the corner from where you're doing it. It's like most people never take these sort of steps because they don't think that relationships matter as much as they do. All right, but they do. uh, so you need to do things that people are not willing to do. That makes you stand out, right? Because people really care about that, right? People really care about that. And when's the last time? Let me give you this example. When's the last time you have written a personalized letter to one of the kids that you train or one of the parents that you're working with that, they're paying you. Like, when's the last time you did that? All right, something good for you to think about. Next one, and we have just this and one other thing. So small improvements over time. So your business is should be never the same every year. If it's the same every year, you're kind of like stuck in a rut. You're not really evolving. You're not really doing anything new. You're not making it better, not improving it. So your business should be evolving year over year over year. So you're constantly making small tweaks that improve the customer experience, the client results, marketing, sales, and everything else involved with running the back end of your business. But you should be fine tuning and making your business better and better and better because clients, regardless of how loyal they are, like people like to see new stuff. People want to see a new clinic, a new camp. They want to see a new training method. They want to see a new feature to your program that they get. Like these are things that help people stick around is when you improve your business. All right. So you don't need to make big improvements all the time, but it's small updates. Like doing that over time, it gets you to focus on making your product better. And if your product is better, you can charge more and people stay longer. That's how you make more money, right? Now, if you are watching this and you're like, dang, like I want to scale up my business. Like I want to be around 270 people that are doing this, right? Text me personally with the word grow to 210-960-5771. I'd love to have a one-on-one consult with you. I can learn more about what you do and see if like what you're doing and if it's something I can actually help you out with or not. I don't help everyone. I don't want to help everyone. I want to help the right people. And if you want to learn more about what I do and how it works and see results from other coaches that we've already done this with, just go to makemoneycoachingsports.com. So my number and the website are going to be right below in the description. You can just click on the description and you'll be able to see that stuff pull up. And lastly, if you like today's video, you want to see more stuff like this, hit the subscribe button. I've already done over 1,000 videos on YouTube on this channel, but hit subscribe because most people that watch my stuff are not subscribed yet. So that way you can stay up to date with all the new stuff that I put out. So that's it for today. Have a blessed day. Thanks so much. And I'll be chatting with you soon.